गुड आफ्टरनून. आवाज येतोय सगळ्यांना? आवाज येतोय? येस, नो?
Yes,
ओके. So I am sharing the screen. So tell me the presentation is visible or not. It is visible.
yes, sir.
So today we are starting next unit, unit 3. Name is software test automation. So far we have seen what is testing, then which are the types of testing, which are the approaches, what is test case, what is test planning. So today we will start unit 3rd. So first, software test automation. So in this unit we will focus on automation. So what is automation? What is the use? So it makes use of specialized tools to control the execution of tests and compares the actual result against expected result. So what is actually meaning of this? In automation, some tools are used which does actual testing of the software. So in this, testers are not doing testing of the application. So here, that tool in which we write some script, and that scripts check the software or application, and after execution we checks what is the actual result that tools has given, and what are the result we expect from that application, and we compare that, and we check that testing is pass or testing is fail. कळतंय सगळ्यांना? So this is test automation. Using tools we are testing the application and we are comparing the results. So which are the tests which in which we apply automation? So generally a regression test means what? In which repetitive actions are happening, that we can automate, की ज्यामध्ये त्याच ऍक्शन परत परत घडतात, तर त्यांना आपण ऑटोमेट करू शकतो. नेक्स्ट, so these tools are not only happening not only helping the performance of regression tests, but also helps to automate data setup generation, product installation, GUI interaction, defect login. So what is the meaning? हे टूल यूज करून फक्त आपण रिपिटेटिव्ह टेस्ट किंवा रिग्रेशन टेस्ट करतो असं नाहीये, तर या थ्रू आपण डेटा सेटअप करतो, त्याचं जनरेशन करतो, प्रोडक्ट इन्स्टॉलेशन, वी कॅन इन्स्टॉल द प्रोडक्ट, GUI इंटरॅक्शन, ग्राफिकल युजर इंटरफेस, कम्युनिकेशन प्रॉपर होते की नाही ते चेक करतो, डिफेक्ट लॉगिंग, जे डिफेक्ट्स फाइंड आउट केलेत तर त्याचे एक लॉग फाईल तयार होते. So in this way these tools are helping in testing. So using automation tools we use that tools for functional as well as non-functional testing. So what is functional testing, what is non-functional testing? So we will see in a latter part of unit third. So which are the tools are used for functional testing, which are the tools are used for the non-functional testing, so that we will see. So all of you getting what is software test automation? So in this we use tool so which test the application and we check the results. Then next, how to select the tools, which are the tools we have to use for the automation. So there is some criteria for the tool selection. So first criteria is the data driven capabilities, which is the data we have to check using automation. So from that we can select the tool. So first is the data driven capabilities. Second, debugging and login capabilities. So whether we have to debug the application, whether we want to store the logs, which are the activities that tool has done. So if we want to store that logs, then we have to select the appropriate tool. Third, platform independence. So all of you know that what is platform independence. So Java language is platform independent, that program will run on any operating system. So platform is not the criteria. So here in testing, whether we have to do testing on any platform, then we have to select that appropriate tool which runs on all the platforms, Linux, Windows, Mac. Then extensibility and customizability. So whether we have to extend the application, whether in that we have to add new features and we have to test that, whether we have to do customization. So on that basis, we have to select the tool. Email notification. So whether we have to check that that application is sending mails properly or not. Then version control friendly. So when we create softwares, there are different versions. First version is 1.0, 2.0, like that. All of you know. So every software has different version. Currently, we are using Zoom's 5.2 version. We are using Java 6 version, like that. So if you want a different version of that application and we have to test what is the defects in the first version, second version, like that, then we have to select that appropriate tool. Then support unattended test runs. So if you want, some of the tests are not executed, so based on that we have to select the appropriate tool. So this is about the criteria, which are the automation tools we have to select. So based on the criteria we select appropriate tool for the testing. So getting all of you. Next, there are different frameworks. So types of frameworks. First, data driven automation framework. So first we have seen that criteria, data driven. Then from that there is a framework, data driven automation framework. Second, keyword driven automation framework. So all of you know keywords. When we search on Google, we use some keywords. So same in framework also, we use keywords. That framework is known as keyword driven automation framework. Third, modular automation framework. Then next, hybrid automation framework. So that is the combination of two frameworks, hybrid. So these are the different frameworks that we can use for automation based on the criteria. So getting all of you, these are the frameworks we can use for automation: data driven, keyword driven, modular, and hybrid automation framework. Next, popular tools for functional automation. So tools are divided into two types. First are the functional automation tool, and second are non-functional automation tools. So these are the functional automation tools. So this is the table in which that tool name is given. Second, vendor means the which company has developed that tool, and third is the website or URL. From that you can download or you get the information about that tool. If that tool is open source, then you can directly download from that URL. You will get all the documentation. But if that is paid tool, then you have to purchase that. So first three tools are paid tools. So to download that tools, to use that, you have to pay money and then you can use. But last two are open source. That is, you can freely download from internet and you can use in testing. So which are those? First is the HP Quick Test Professional. So HP company has developed that tool, and using HP website you can get the information about that: www.hp.com/go/QTP. So short form is QTP. Q for quick, T for test, P for professional. HP QTP, very famous tool. Second, IBM Rational Robot. So from IBM website, you get the information about that tool. So this is also paid tool. Then third, Coded UI. So this is tool of Microsoft, and from Microsoft website msdn.microsoft.com, you will get information about that tool, Coded UI by Microsoft. And fourth one, very famous, the name of that tool is Selenium. Why that is famous? Because that is open source. Single company has not developed this tool, so there is a group of community has developed this tool, and this is free, open source. So how you get the information? So you can go to the seleniumhq.org, and if you want documentation, then you can visit docs.seleniumhq.org. So from that website you will get whole information about the Selenium testing tool. And last, functional automation tool, Auto IT. So this is also open source, so you can freely download and you can use. So the website is autoitscript.com. So from that you will get all the information about this tool. So are you getting? These are the 5 famous functional automation tools. HP QTP, IBM Rational Robot. Then third, Microsoft Coded UI, and fourth is very famous, Selenium, so which is used in industry worldwide. Why? Because it is open source, no need to pay anything to use that. And last is the Auto IT. So it is, this is also open source and you can download from autoitscript.com. For Selenium, website is seleniumhq.org. So getting all of you, these are the 5 famous tools for functional automation. So next we will see non-functional automation tools, so which are popular. So this is the table. So again, first 5 top non-functional automation tools is listed in the table. So first one is the HP Load Runner. So what is the name of that tool? Load Runner, and company has developed this tool, name is HP. So this is non-functional automation tool and you will get all the information from hp.com. Then second, a JMeter. So this JMeter is used in industry. Most of the companies are using this tool for non-functional testing, and company has developed this tool is Apache. Apache has developed, and you will get all the information from jmeterapache.org. So from this website you will get all the information. So third is the Burp Suite. So the company or vendor has developed this tool is Port Swigger. So you will get all the information of this Burp Suite from portswigger.net. So this is the third tool. Fourth one, Acunetics. So Acunetics company has developed this tool and given same name. So you will get all the information from acunetics.com website. So getting all of you, these are the 4 famous tools for non-functional automation testing. First is the HP Load Runner. Second is the Apache JMeter. Third is the Burp Suite. Fourth is the Acunetics. So getting all of you, these are the non-functional automation tools and these are the functional automation tools. Next, test basic. Test basis. So what is test basis? The definition: the source of information or the document that is needed to write test cases and also for test analysis. So what is test basis? So this is a document or information which is required to write test cases, and it is also required for test analysis. की टेस्ट बेसिस तुम्हाला टेस्ट केसेस लिहिण्यासाठी लागतं आणि ॲनालिसिस करण्यासाठी पण. Then test basis should be well defined, adequately structured so that one can easily identify test conditions from which test cases can be derived. की टेस्ट बेसिस हे खूप चांगल्या पद्धतीने लिहिलेलं पाहिजे की सगळे ते अंडरस्टँड करू शकतील आणि टेस्टिंगच्या कोणत्या कंडिशन्स चेक केल्यात ते सोप्या पद्धतीने आयडेंटिफाय होतील सगळ्यांना. सो दिस इज नथिंग बट टेस्ट बेसिस. Then test bed. So what is test bed? The test execution environment configure for testing. So test bed is nothing but the environment which is made for the testing. So in which we can do testing of the application. So which are the component what that bed consists of? So test bed consists of specific hardware, software, operating system, network configuration, the product under test, and some other system software and application software. टेस्ट बेड साठी काय काय लागतं? तर काही स्पेसिफिक हार्डवेअर लागू शकतं. Then software, some softwares is required. Operating system is required. Network configuration. So these are the requirement for test bed. So it is a combination of hardware and software environment. What is test bed? It is a combination of not only hardware but also software that is combined together. Then next point, it includes hardware configuration, operating system settings, software configuration, test terminals, and other support to perform the test. तर यामध्ये काय काय येतं? So first you have to configure the hardware. You have to change the settings. Second, you have to change the setting of operating system. Then software configuration, you have to do configuration of the software. Then test terminals, so that is required for the test bed. Suppose you want to test a web application. तुम्हाला एखादं वेब ॲप्लिकेशनचं टेस्ट करायचं आहे आणि त्यासाठी टेस्ट बेड क्रिएट करायचे आहे. सो व्हॉट यू रिक्वायर्ड? So there are the some softwares you required, some hardwares you required. So first you require a web server. So that web server may be any web server, for example IIS. So Windows has IIS web server, or you can use Apache Tomcat web server. So for the testing of a web application, first you required a web server. Second, you want a database. For example, you want Microsoft, or you use MS SQL, MySQL, any database you can use. Either you use Oracle or you use Microsoft SQL Server. So any database you required in which that web application is developed. So for example, here we are using Microsoft SQL Server database. Third, you want operating system, so that web application you can use Windows operating system or Linux, Ubuntu operating system, or Fedora. Then you want a browser to test the web application. So you can use Internet Explorer or Firefox or Google Chrome browser. So these are the some tools. If you are using Java, then you want specific version of Java. Here I have mentioned Java version 6. So these are the components which are required for test. First is the web server on which you host the website or web application. You want database, so in which your data is stored. You want operating system. So without operating system you can't use the computers. You want browser, so in which that web page will be rendered and you can check so that is rendering properly or not. And any framework you are using, java or .NET or php, that is installed in that system or not. So this is nothing but test bed. And why this is required? To test your web based application. की एखादा वेब ॲप्लिकेशन तयार केलं असेल तर हे कंपोनंट्स तुम्हाला लागतील, सॉफ्टवेअर आणि हार्डवेअर. Then types of test basis. So which are the types? So first is the requirement document. So what is the requirement that we write in that? First is the requirement document. Second is the test plan. So when you get the requirement, then you have to create a test plan. Then codes repository. So the codes repository means the server or cloud in which you store your code. Then business requirements. So what that customer want, that are nothing but business requirements. So this is about the different types of test basis. Any doubt about the topics which we have covered? Yes, what we have seen. So we will again revise what we have seen. So we have started unit third, software test automation. So in that we have seen definition of software test automation. So when we use automation, so generally in repetitive actions, in regression testing we use automation. Also we use automation for GUI interaction, defect login, data setup generation, product installation also. Also using automation tools we test functional as well as non-functional. Then criteria, so these are the criteria which we check and we select the appropriate tool. So these are the 7 criteria we have to check before the selecting the tool. Then frameworks, 4 frameworks are there: data driven, keyword driven, modular, hybrid. Then no functional and non-functional automation tools we have seen. So first is the functional automation tool. First is the HP QTP, then IBM Rational Robot, Coded UI, and fourth is the very famous popular tool Selenium, which is open source, and last is the Auto IT, that is also open source. Then non-functional automation, HP LoadRunner, Apache JMeter, then Burp Suite of Portswigger company, Acunetic. So these are the 4 famous popular tools are there. Then next we have seen some automation test basics. That is first is the test basic. So when we have to do automation testing, we want a document or some source of information to write test cases for test analysis, that is known as test basis. So that test basis must be well defined, that uh, structure must be adequate, so that all the test engineers can easily understand what is test basis, what is that document. Then next, test bed means that is the combination of software and hardware. We have seen the example. Suppose we have to test a web-based application. Then we want any web server, any database, any operating system, any browser, and that programming platform in which we can execute that application. Then we have seen types of test basis. So these are the four test basis. First is the requirement document. Second is the test plan. Then third is the codes repository. And last is the business requirement. So this is from today's lecture. If you are not getting any point, you can ask any doubt related to today's concept, because this is very important, which is used in industry automation. So most of the companies are using automation tools. So in today's lecture we have seen basics, which are the tools are used, functional tools, non-functional tools. Also in last lecture I have told one assignment. Also I have given the homework for you. I have given some questions for writing question answers based on the first 2 units. So have you received that? Yes. Hello. Have you received the questions from unit second question bank? You can reply, unmute yourself, and you can tell, or you can type in chat. नसेल मिळेल तर मला अजून क्वेश्चन्स ऍड करायला. ऑलरेडी मी कमी क्वेश्चन्स दिलेत. तुम्हाला नसेल मिळेल तर मग अजून जास्त ऍड करून तुम्हाला सेंड करायला. सो सांगा पटकन. येस, नो. So type your names in chat box so that I can mark your attendance. So type fast. I am going to end the session. Those who have not taken admission, complete the admission process by today or tomorrow. So on the ERP, you have to fill all the details. So in next lecture, I will show you the confirm project groups and the project guide. So before that, send me your project group of 3 students, maximum 3 students. So up uh, from that 3 students, one is the leader, group leader, and send the topic in which the area domain in which you want to do the project. So I will share the Google document, Google form. So in that you can enter your project group members, then topic, domain. So 3 topics you have to give. Yes, Pooja, you want to speak anything? Anyone want to share anything? So thank you very much for patiently listening. So if you have written your name in chat, your attendance will be marked and you can leave the session. So from next lecture onwards, we will use Zoom platform. So this link is continue. This link is permanent for our lecture.